are gonna try and recreate this hairstyle with this much hair. These hairstyles are typically done in hair that has a lot more hair, so it can be tricky when you don't have a ton of hair to replicate this hairstyle, but I'm gonna show you how you can do it. Now, I've already curled my face frame, my bangs, bits, did that in a different video. Literally all I did was I used this 1 1/4 inch wand and I curled both sides towards my face. So that's already done, and that's all you have to do to get the look like in the picture. We don't want something too curly, we just want like a soft curl like this, and to achieve that you want to use a larger barrel wand like I did. If you use a smaller one, it'll still look really pretty, it's just going to give you a bit more of a curl, which is a little less soft and a little bit more formal looking. So then we're going to also rely heavily on product for this video. We need to create some texture and volume in the hair, and we're going to do that with the Design Me Puff Me texture powder. You can use any texture powder you like. I'm not gonna lie, they're all very similar. There's not a huge difference between them. I do like the Puff Me one though, because it has the little poof applicator as opposed to the shaking kind. It can be really easy when you get the shaking kind to over apply product, but the product will still work really well. So we're gonna just put some of this all through our root area to give us some texture and lift. And we're just gonna put that all through the root area. And you can see it's added a ton of volume. Now, this one is definitely a little bit on the lower side of texture. It's not like a heavy hold texture, which makes the hair a bit more touchable. The more texture one of these products has, the more hold factor, the more volume you're gonna get, but the less touchable your hair is gonna feel. All right, then we're just gonna put all of our hair up in a ponytail. Now I'm using a brush only because my hair is hard to get through with the texture powder in it, but I want to avoid brushing my hair too much, meaning I don't want it to end up like really smooth. I am going to switch once I've kind of got it up into the ponytail to just my fingers, because that is going to be better for getting my hair to feel loose and soft. All right, so we're gonna lift it kind of straight up, you know, like troll hair. And then I'm gonna take my stretchy nylon hair tie and I'm gonna tie it, but I'm not tying it right against my head, okay? There's space here where I'm tying it. I'm tying it a little bit away from my scalp, and I'm creating a bun, and then I'm gonna tighten it down, and that's gonna help give me more space to create texture here. Now, if you struggle to fluff and pull your buns and keep shape and texture, then I would suggest also having put a bunch of texture powder into the ends of your hair, so that when you do this part of your hair is also not super, super soft and super floppy. So we're just gonna pull everything apart, and then I'm just gonna take a few bobby pins and I'm going to move around the bits of my bun and pin them so everything doesn't just flop over. Because if you have fine hair, you know it's soft and floppy. And the biggest difference between our big fluffy bun and the Kardashians in those pictures is that their hair is so thick that this bun is solid, so it's not gonna flop over. Our bun is hollow, it's just air in there. So we have to support it with a few bobby pins, otherwise it's probably gonna flop down. All right, and there we go. That's pretty much it. And it's pretty darn close to the vibe of the video, or the vibe of the picture. It's not a video. So I'm also just gonna tease my bangs a little. I'm just using a boar bristle brush. You could use a comb, you could use a regular hairbrush. It doesn't really matter. We're just doing that to give us that extra fullness in the bang area, just like that. So instead of the hair just falling like this, it's gonna kind of fall around our face a bit more. It's gonna sit a little wider, which again gives the illusion of more hair. The key to the bun looking like it does in these pictures is having it right up on top of your head as opposed to a little bit further back on your crown. So there you go. It's actually not that hard once you know exactly what to do and the few tips that make it work. There we go. I hope that helps. I hope you found that helpful. There we go. I hope that helps. I hope you found that helpful. And if you've ever wanted to try one of these big fluffy on top of your head bun styles, that now you know how to make it happen in a really simple and easy way for your fine thin hair. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Like and subscribe, you know the drill. I will see you guys in the next video.